Thank you for joining us today for the virtual Sunday service with the Center for Creative Living. CCL, a charter of the Universal Church of the Master, has served and supported the spiritual needs of its community here in the Bay Area for over 20 years.
And for those who don't know, this round of applause goes out to Reverend Ronnie Grigsby, who just came in. Hi, Ronnie. Welcome, welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning. And I was just talking about that. I know people who've had COVID, and you walked in. I think you have suffered from that disease just too many times.
Yes,
Twice, yes, you've had it.
Yeah, my whole tax accounting office closed down because everybody got COVID. And
The accounting office did?
Yeah, my tax accounting office.
Yeah, it's...
I can't even get a hold of them now.
So if you're thinking, oh, it's over, I don't have to worry, think again. Dr. Ayleen tested positive this morning, Ronnie, that's why we're talking about it right now, okay? And we're dedicating this service to her because we're going to be talking about pursuing her dreams, pursuing our dreams, and everybody pursuing their dreams today. And first of all, are there any birthdays this week? Anybody having a birthday coming up? I think this group just is not getting any older. Absolutely. We haven't had any birthdays at all, so I don't know what it's about. But okay, I'll have to keep the beads to myself.
Bead order.
What?
Bead order.
I'm bead order. That's who I am. And so we're not too sure when Dr. Ayleen's going to be able to come back, but as soon as she is, we want to hear about her trip to New York and her being on stage and all of that. So we're anxious to have her come and talk to us about that. May 22nd, Corky's going to be talking about self-talk. Be careful about what you say. And I hope you all got a program. When you walk in, grab a program and just look at the things that are on there, because at the end today, when we pass the basket for donations, we want all of you to join in with us in saying the sacrament of giving. Yes. It's powerful and it's important because it makes you realize how much or little you give, that it's a sacrament to be able to give something. And when the basket comes around, if today you just don't have the cash, just very gently bless the basket. Mm-hmm. Blessings are very important here, and we want you to be able to. We want you to be able to do that.
And I want to mention something too. Is that I changed the wording just a little bit, and I forgot to tell you guys.
Oh, did you?
And so it's instead of saying kind of the general you, it's more personalized, and it says talks about me.
So we're testing. So I want to make sure you read it because we're testing you. And I want you all to get an A on this, okay? And as usual, we're going to start out with a meditation, and just as our musician walked away.
We're getting the sacrament of giving. We all have to know it by heart.
We know it by heart, but I want to be...
Yeah, perfect. And so we're going to do a meditation, and our wonderful Reverend Dr. Janet Childs is here with her
No drums.
I don't think we have a drum.
We
don't have a drum?
He was going to do the drum.
Yes.
I don't think we have one.
We got
A beatbox somewhere?
He has his lap.
He has his lap. Yeah, hey.
He has his hands.
Can you, Ronnie?
Can you come up here?
Ronnie, can you come up here?
Let's get him a chair.
Yeah.
Come on in.
It's so nice to see you. Welcome. I love this duo. This is great. We're Reverend's a go-go here.
And then you can sing.
And I'd like you all to just put your feet flat on the floor. If you have anything in your lap, just put it on the floor. And just take a nice deep breath. Each one of you is a child of God. And I want you to feel it. If you don't feel like you're a child of God this morning, fake it. Meaning, visualize what you being a child of God would look like. For some of you, being a child of God is having white robes. Others of you, it's sitting on a throne, being honored as a child of God. And some of you, being a child of the Creator means being on a beach with palm trees. However you feel being a child of God looks to you, embrace it and bring it to you. Each one of you has an individual belief system, an individual way of being, an individual way of honoring the Creator. And for me, honoring the Creator is feeling comfortable within my own skin. I like who I am because this is a being the Creator gave me, and I appreciate it. So right now, just appreciate who you are. We're going to start out with your feet. Wiggle your toes and feel your feet. Then bring that energy up through your ankles, your legs, and your knees. Bring that energy, God's energy, coming up from Source, coming up from the middle of the earth. Bring that energy up through your hips. And just feel that energy as it starts surging and pulsating up through your body. When you're connected to Mother Earth and you bring that energy up, you feel alive and awake. And keep that energy coming up your body through all your chakras, through all the blood vessels, sinew, muscles. Bring that energy up into your solar plexus. Take another deep breath. And now let that energy rise up from the earth, up into your chest, up into your shoulders. Let that energy go through your throat, your voice box, and up into your face. Let that loving energy come to your cheeks and your forehead and your top of your head. And now stretch that energy straight up to Source, straight up to Creator, so that you are a being of light, with your feet conducting that electrical charge from Earth, that energy shooting straight up to the Source, to the Creator. And sit here vibrating with energy, with love, with power, and with knowledge that you are the most perfect person on the planet right now. And here it is. Let's listen to the wonderful Reverend Janet and Reverend Ronnie.
Oh, 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 oh. Reach inside your heart and reach for the sky and reach for the deep earth beneath your feet. reach out with your heart. Oh, reach to the sky.
Reach out.
Oh, reach out for all your hope.
Reach out.
Reach out for your dreams. Your dreams. Dreams are born in your heart. Let your heart be filled with the Spirit. Your dreams unfold. Your dreams live within. And as you reach out, they become fulfilled. All we know is we open up our hearts and reach for the sky and reach inside. There your dreams are born. They are born from the seed. The seed of spirit is quickened, and the Spirit is living. Oh, living inside your heart. Your dreams are shining, and they're shining like a light. And your heart is cold, and your heart knows the way. Your dream unfolds like a flower, folds like a flower in the wind. Oh, dream, dream, oh, dream. And it's shining forth into the world. Open up your arms and welcome the mystery. We hold the seed of spirit shines, and we know that we are alive because we hold our dreams. Reach for your dreams. Let your heart sing. Let your body beat. Dream, oh, dream, oh, dream.
Just take a nice deep breath and just relax. And Ronnie, are you going to have a song for us later? Okay. I don't know what we have to do to get him to sing for us, but we'll try, okay? This man has a gorgeous voice, just like our wonderful Reverend Janet. For many of you, I've told this before, but I'm tone deaf. And so somebody said, well, Dottie, you think everybody sounds good? And I said, everybody does sound good, you know? And so, because I know the courage it takes to get up in front of a group and sing. And that doesn't not only take courage, but it already takes a belief in yourself that, hey, this is something I can do. And it's like when Tim gets up and sings and plays. It's like when anybody gets up and sings and plays. Thank you so much. It's wonderful that you can do that. What I wanted to talk about and what Janet was singing about is, how many of you want to pursue your dreams? How many of you think you're too old to pursue your dreams? That's baloney. That's just baloney. Okay, you are never too old to pursue your dreams. But you've got to decide what it is you want. Some of you wanted a certain thing when you were 5 years old and went on and pursued it. Some of you are still wondering, what do I want to do when I grow up? And stop and look and don't feel that there's anything that's too far beyond you. You can do anything you want. That's what Dr. Ayleen did when she went to New York to be on the stage. This was her dream. She didn't know how she was going to achieve it. She just knew it. And that's what you have to do, is know it. And so how many of you have decided to pursue your dreams? Yeah. And what happens? Don't give up. Don't give up. And sometimes you go, yeah, but it's not working out the way I want it to. What is in life? Think about it. What is it? Was it a marriage that didn't work out? Was it the way your kids turned out? Was it the job that you went for and didn't get? Don't give up. Keep pursuing the dream that you want, because you are in charge. Nobody else is in charge of your dreams. So start thinking of what it is and pursue it. Because it takes conscious effort. It takes growth and change. So many different jobs I had. For those of you who might not know, my father was an attorney and I wanted to become an attorney. And I went to law school for a couple of years. Amazingly, I was the only female in the law school.
Wow.
Now that's pretty unusual, but not really at the time, because this was in the 50s. And women were allowed to. So did I say, oh, I can't do my dream? I changed my dream. I went into doing contract work for Lockheed and purchasing and that type of thing. Before that, I was a paralegal for 25 years. I love that field. So I didn't say, I give up. I'm not going to be an attorney. I went, let's see how I can work in that field. And from there, I started getting more into my spirituality. At one time, I owned a metaphysical bookstore in Los Gatos. I was working at Lockheed, and I was raising foster kids. A little bit of an overachiever at that point in time. But I was doing all the things I'd always wanted to do. Just happened that I was doing them all simultaneously. But it was wonderful. And so I didn't say, I can't do this. I've got another job. I said, this is what I want to do. And so when you think of that, what is it that you want to do? Don't let what you're doing right now keep you from it. With the computer, you can do any job you want, except maybe brain surgery is a little beyond your grasp. But think of the things that you want to do and start doing them.
Or being a math teacher.
Well, Ronnie, for you and I, that's true. Being a math teacher is a little bit beyond it. But I was talking to a woman yesterday who's an attorney. I was doing a reading, and she was saying, you know, she loves practicing law, but now she wants to go more into medicine and science. So she's going for a master's degree in science. That's pretty amazing to have a thriving law career and then just change it around. But this is what she always wanted to do, but she was trying to fulfill somebody else's dream when she went into law. Now she's fulfilling her dream. And so many times people say, oh, I can't. Take that out of your vocabulary. Say right now, I don't know how yet. Isn't that an easy one? Instead of saying, I can't, I don't know how yet. Don't limit yourself by saying, no, that's not something I can do. And don't say, well, that's my dream, and wait for it to come. Chase your dreams. You can chase a dream, and you can look for where it's going and follow it through. And then share with others. If you want to do something, tell other people. They can become your support. They can, like football games. Some of the football games, when there weren't supporters there, the players didn't play as well.
That's right.
As when they got an audience. Well, it's the same way with you. If you want a dream, if there's something you want, like when Annie was saying she was wanting to move, she got everybody she knew involved, talking to her about it, and so she could fulfill that dream.
Still fulfilling.
It's still fulfilling, yeah. But she kept saying, well, when I quit, when I retire. And now she's not retired, but she's looking at fulfilling her dream. And because of computers, she can work at her job and live somewhere else. So instead of saying, oh no, I'm never going to get what I want, she said, I can do both of those. How many of you are doing more than one thing these days? Yeah, think about it. And if somebody said you can't because you have to just do this one thing, you'd say, no, watch me, I can do the other too, you know? And start looking at what your dreams are. And how do you do that? First, you've got to think of what it is you really want to do. What is it you really want to do? And for some of you, you go, I don't know, I've never known. Then just stop. And go into that imagination and bring it into reality. In other words, if you wanted to become a speaker and you could speak in front of people, start speaking in front of people. Here, we're always looking for people to talk. You say, hey, I've always wanted to be a speaker, a motivational speaker. Good, come speak. We're here, and I have never been hurt by any of the audience here. Nobody's ever, no, they've never bit me. Didn't even, nothing like that. They've always been receptive, and that's so great. And second, have faith in yourself. Say, okay, I told everybody else what I want to do. Now I'm going to tell me, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to pursue. And start looking at that. And the third thing is, don't pay attention to what society says. Mm-hmm. Don't pay attention to, my mother used to always say, well, what will the neighbors think? Anybody had that when you were growing up? What will the neighbors think? Okay, the neighbors just thought we were a kooky bunch of people. And it was amazing, the neighbors that didn't have anything to do with us, when we built a swimming pool. I lived in the middle of the desert in Lancaster, and my mom and dad had a swimming pool built in the backyard. Amazed how many of our neighbors came over. And what my mom did, because she didn't know how to swim, she got swimming lessons. And from the Y, they sent out somebody that every week they gave swimming lessons in our pool for 10 cents for the neighborhood kids. Wow. And if they didn't have the 10 cents, my mom paid it. She didn't want anybody drowning in our pool, so she made sure everybody learned how to swim. Well, that's a vision she had. of a bunch of kids having fun in a pool. And it came about. But she had that vision. Most people said, well, you're in the middle of the desert. Why do you want a pool? That's why she wants a pool. We're in the middle of the desert. And so, think about those visions. And every once in a while, if you're doing something you want to do and somebody says, you can't do that, just say, watch me. Watch me do it. I can. Okay? I don't know why that reminds me of a story, because this is so bizarre. I lost a lot of my hair when I was young because I was working in the fields. And so I was working for an attorney in LA, and there was this hair growth group that was putting on a big production of how to buy, and it was called Lapinol, of all things. And so they had this big thing, and this woman came up and she said, Dottie, I hope you don't mind, but could I use you as the before model? There I am with my shiny bald head and not much hair. And I said, sure. So I went home and said, guess what? I'm a hair model. And everybody said, Dottie, you can't be a hair model, you don't have any hair. Woo. And I said, well, that's what's happening. And I'm going to have to shut this off.
It's like the old style phone ring.
Yeah, it is. Isn't that amazing?
From the 60s.
Yeah. So think about that. If somebody had said, you can't be a model, I was. I got it on my resume. I was a model. And it was fun to walk down the street and have people say, I saw you in an advertisement. What was that for? Oh, you saw my long, luxurious hair. And I go, yeah. And the main thing for you to pursue your dreams is to love yourself. We used to sing a song, I love myself the way I am. There's nothing I need to change. I'll always be the perfect me. There's nothing to rearrange. So if you're thinking, I can't do anything, stop and say, yes, I can, but first, I've got to really love myself. What are the dream killers? Any of you ever been around a dream killer?
Every day.
Every day, thank you, Ronnie. Yeah. Every day they say something, They say something about you. They criticize you for looking into outlandish dreams. They will tease you about your dreams. Oh, you can't do that. And they will say things that are so negative, and quite often they're jealous.
What was it that Ronnie said? I didn't hear what Ronnie said.
Ronnie, what did you say? You said every day, didn't you? People are criticizing him every day for his dreams. Avoid people who are critical. Have you ever said something to somebody because you didn't like what they said to you? People don't feel like they can do that. And I've had people where I've said, no, I don't have to buy your vision of what I need to do. I do not have to listen to you. So think about that. You don't have to listen to people when they're being critical of you. Just say, no, I'm not going to listen to it.
I just ignore them.
What?
I just ignore them.
Uh-huh. Yes.
I just ignore them.
You ignore them. That's a great way to do it, isn't it?
Yeah.
But usually they don't know why you're ignoring them.
That's kind of hard to do if it's your wife or husband.
If the wife or husband, it's hard to ignore them,
It's doing that,
yeah. Because I've found instead of ignoring them, I tell them what they're doing. Because if I ignore them, they're going to keep doing it because they think, oh, she didn't hear me. Or, so think about what else you can do. And, criticism, people seem to think they know what's best for you. Isn't that amazing? When they'll say, you should do that, you should do that. And then you say, what you think of me is none of my business. Keep that in mind. What other people think about you is none of your business. That's their thought. Your business is thinking how wonderful you are. But sometimes you've got a dream and you've worked and you've worked and you've worked at it, and it's not getting you anywhere. Sometimes there's a thing called failure. And I have found that every time I failed, I moved on to something better. Yes,
You know, I kind of believe in soul purpose. You
Mhm.
know, like before you were born, your soul knows what it wants to do.
Your soul knows what it wants.
If you consciously try to do something that's not in alignment with that, does that make it harder to try to do that?
Right, and for the people who are on Zoom, Eddie was saying, you know, our sole purpose we come in with, and sometimes what we're trying to do is a reverse of what our soul knows it needs to do. And yeah, and that's when you stop and say, am I doing something that really pleases me and makes me feel better and lets me know how much I love myself? Or am I just doing something because I have to make money, I have to show up, or some things like that? And start going inside and finding out really who you are.
And that might be why it's difficult to do what you're trying to do, because consciously you might not know what your soul purpose is.
Yeah, unconsciously you might not know, and that's when
You
you,
keep hitting a wall, right?
yeah, yeah.
Do that.
And that's when you have to go inside and ask Spirit to come help you and find out who you really are. And that's what we're having right now when a lot of people are going into being non-binary. They're not letting other people decide who they are. They're deciding who I am and how I want to be perceived. But mainly they're deciding how they want to perceive themselves. And that's where we have choice. We have choice in so many different things that we do. And in some cases, when you go, I don't think I'm any good at this, say, oh, that was interesting, and go on. Because you're going to find there's always other things that you can do that you enjoy more, or you make more money, or you find things that make you happier. And what's the most important thing? Your happiness or money?
Happiness.
Yeah. And so, but you only find that when you're pursuing your dreams. And so many people that I know that I talk to on a daily basis, I say, so what are you doing? Oh, I hate my job, but it makes money. No, that's not what you need to look for. It's not about hating your job. If you don't like your job, change your attitude. And if that doesn't work, change your job. And that sounds like, well, Dottie, that sounds easy. No, it's not easy. It's just what I've done in my life. And I found it works. And every time I've changed my job, I've gotten something better. When I want to go back to working at Lockheed, because that could have been a very difficult place, but I kept pushing. And one day I saw this man walking by, tall, good looking. Did you know Joe Wyrick? Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, Joe was working, I thought you did, Joe was working with me at Lockheed. And he walked by and he was singing. Da, 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 da. And I said, Joe, what do you do? And he said, I'm a purchaser. I work with contracts. And I said, and you enjoy it? He said, I love it. So I said, if it's good enough for Joe, it's good enough for me. And I went to West Valley and took a course in procurement and got a certificate and became a buyer. And it was like, that's all it took to see somebody truly happy every day. And then I started doing all sorts of exciting things. But it was one of those things that I had wanted to do more. So I wasn't just sitting inputting numbers into a computer. So start and look at it. What is it that you have always wanted to do? And how do you get a chance to do that? Okay, now I have a few slips of paper, but if you take one of these, you have to stand up and read it. So who would like to stand up and read something for us, please?
So we can all hear.
So you can all hear
And
it.
that's why I know who to come to.
Just here we go. Say your name, and when you do it, say, and just stand up and read it, okay? Okay.
Just leave your hands up so I know who to bring the basket to. So anybody in the back, Joan, I see you, okay? Mary?
Go ahead, Eddie, stand up.
Eddie, are you going to read yours?
Yeah.
Okay, stand up.
Have a few more. Joan, I got you. Anybody else want one?
Dottie,
Yes.
I know I don't have a piece of paper with me to read, but after, could I stand up and say what I...
Of course you may. Okay, here we go. Can I do this? Can I pass her the mic?
I think it's attached.
Yeah, it's attached. Can you come on up here, and here you go.
Should I sit down right now?
Yeah, like you.
Sorry, Eddie.
Okay, Amanda.
Okay.
And this is Amanda.
Hi, Amanda.
Yay.
Hi, it's Amanda. And what I want to do is I would like to work on one of those advice lines, or psychic lines, giving advice. Because I feel like I have a lot of experience and I'm really wise and very intuitive.
Yay! Now you've got a group supporting you, okay?
Yeah. Claim it.
Okay, claim it, yeah.
We claim it.
Okay,
Absolutely.
okay, Eddie?
Right, Miss Amanda.
Oh, by the way, I love this, authored by Ray Bradbury. He was one of my favorite science fiction authors.
Well, good, okay.
Love what you do and do what you love. Don't listen to anyone else who tells you not to do it. You do what you want, what you love. Imagination should be the center of your life. Ray Bradbury.
Ooh, yay.
Imagination should be the center of your life. Oh, wonderful. Okay, Reverend Ann?
So I decided I'm going to pull one out. Duh. And I went, this is perfect, especially for me right now. I have lots of things to prove to myself. One is that I can live my life fearlessly. Oprah Winfrey.
Oh.
Wow, great.
Okay.
Perfect.
Next, Lonnie, are you on it?
Don't give up on your dreams, or your dreams will give up on you. John Wooden.
Okay. We know who John is.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Football.
Basketball is correct.
Is it basketball?
Basketball. B-ball.
Sports ball.
You can tell I'm not a basketball player.
Glorified fetish.
Okay, Lauren?
I can't imagine a person becoming a success who doesn't give this game of life everything he's got. Walter Cronkite.
Well, the contract. Yeah, okay. Ronnie, did you have one? No, okay. Jen. Oh, wait just a minute.
Go right ahead. You go, Mary, and I'll go.
Okay. I'm Mary Berry. Remember to celebrate milestones as you prepare for the road ahead. Nelson Mandela.
Love it.
Yeah.
All right, this is Janet. The only thing worse than starting something and failing is not starting something.
Yeah.
Seth Godin.
Okay.
I've got one.
Okay.
So Jim Carrey said, not to groan, but just said, okay, it is better to risk starving to death than surrendering. If you give up on your dreams, what's left?
Ooh.
Wow.
Joan?
Press on. Nothing in the world can take the place of persistence. Talent will not. Nothing is more common than unsuccessful man with talent. Genius will not. The world is full of educational derelicts. Educated derelicts. Persistence and determination alone are omnipotent. And this was Ray Kroc.
Right, the McDonald's.
But I want to tell you that earlier this year I had a dream of having sweet peas in my front yard. As you know, they grow high, about 8 feet high, so I had to arrange nets to have them go up, and I had to find sweet peas and I had to water them. But I want to tell you this week, I have sweet peas in my
Determination.
Yes.
Persistence.
Persistence, yes.
A lot of persistence.
Okay, stand up and tell your name. You have one in the back? Oh, I saw you with a white piece of paper in your hand. Okay, there you go, Meryl.
You will never find time for anything. You must, sorry about that. That's okay, Alan. You must make it. Charles Buxton.
Now one more time. What was it?
You will never find time for anything. You must make it.
You have to make time for whatever it is you want.
Charles Buxton. Thank you, Marilyn.
Thank you. Okay, anybody else have one? Anybody else want one? Okay, this one. I don't focus on what I'm up against. I focus on my goals and I try to ignore the rest. Venus Williams.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, okay. Some of these people didn't choose them, I can tell.
Yep.
You have a dream before you. Your dreams can come. You have to dream before your dreams can come true. By Abdul Kalam. Okay, all around the world, people are saying the same thing, aren't they? Okay, never be ashamed. There's someone who will hold it against you, but they are not worth bothering with. J.K. Rowling.
Whoa.
Very good.
Oh, yeah.
So think of that. When you're thinking about what is it that I want to do, what is it that I want to be, where do I want to go, and when? Doesn't the when sometimes get in the way?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I hear people say, I hear people say, well, when such and such happens, you know, when this happens, stop it. Stop with the when. Start doing something now. My dear friend Sherry, who is a writer, she was saying, well, one of these days, I said, do it now. And she is. That's what she's doing right now, today.
It's on the chat.
Writing. I mean, she has written one book, she's completed novellas, she's working on another book, and she didn't do this in her 50s.
Wow.
The same with Kevin.
Same with Kevin, yeah. And so think of these people who could have said, no, I've got other things to do, or no, I don't want to do it. But instead, they said, I am going to pursue my dreams. I'm going to start doing some of the things that I've always wanted to do. Yes, Eddie?
Yeah, I feel like that even if you feel like it's just too far away to do something, even if you just take small steps towards it, preparing, getting ready, even if you don't have a set time or thing, that before you know it, you have the energy and it takes you right there. You know?
Right.
So I think just taking those first steps.
Taking that first step, and
It makes a
sometimes it's
difference.
very, very difficult.
Yes.
Okay, and now, see, all of you that didn't read anything thought you got away with it, but I'm gonna start, and I'm just gonna ask you, what is it you've always wanted to do, Marilyn?
I was thinking, after that beautiful guitar playing and singing, I wanted to take lessons.
Yay! Yeah, go! We've all heard it. Okay, Lonnie, what is it you've always wanted to do?
Well, I'm blessed because I'm doing what I dreamed of when I was younger, and yeah, all I did was ask, pray, and it happened, not in my timing, but in divine timing.
Right.
And it's more beautiful than I imagined.
Good.
So always be patient.
Okay, Annie, how about you?
Well, I've had an awful lot of my dreams come true already in many ways, but I know that this new relocation is bringing new things to me, because although I'll be still working my regular job for several months, I have a reinvention that's happening. There's something that's going on within, something around spirituality, and that's what I know. I just am not sure. It's not honing in yet, but it's in the workings, in the mind.
It's in the
and soul.
working. Oh,
Yeah,
great,
yeah.
great. Okay, and Amanda, you talk to us. Is there anything specific you would like to do?
I would like to work on one of those advice hotlines, or maybe just I would like to work on give advice on the phone. You know how they have these psychic lines or these. I want to work on one of those psychic lines, giving advice to
Good.
people.
Good for you. Good for you.
Because I
Good.
feel like I can do it, and I can even write out, and I feel like I can also write out quotes, through emails or online with different advice.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Eddie, anything?
I have this two different things that compartmentalize, or how do you say that? But anyway, I think one thing is to have a better personal life. I think in the relationship I have now, it probably isn't working. but I want to have something that works in the future. And also too, I feel like that I would like to maybe do some more traveling. Traveling, a lot of people have done, in the past that maybe I haven't gotten to do a lot. So maybe in the future to stay healthy.
I suggest you just pinpoint one first. It's kind of like you want to go in two directions at the same time.
Yeah, but I'm hoping in a parallel direction.
Yeah. So start just find a way to combine them.
Yeah.
Okay, say, I want to meet somebody who likes to travel.
Yeah.
You could combine them both.
Yeah, so or something like that.
Okay, Jan Ted?
So I have a dream of doing a CD, with Ronnie, with original music, and where Ronnie and I can sing together, and maybe have other people too. But it's always kind of been a dream to put some more recent music into a CD.
I'll be a backup
Okay,
singer.
I'll tell you, with that dream, what you need to do is find out who's going to distribute it. I have more CDs that people made that they didn't get them distributed. I mean, I've got boxes of
I've
CDs.
had people distribute on street corners, CDs.
That's not where you make money. Sorry about that. Okay, Mary, how about you? What did you want to strive for? Your dream.
This is hard for me to say because when I got diagnosed with HIV and AIDS and I got locked up in jail, I lost my dreams. I lost my focus. They were pretty much snatched out from under me. And it's taken me a lot of years to try to figure out again what they might be. I tend to just wake up every morning and go, well, wherever I should go and do whatever I should do, I will do that. And so there is really no focus at this point because maybe I'm afraid to dream because I didn't think there would be a tomorrow back then.
Yeah, okay, let's work on that. Lauren, are you picking this up?
If they're talking loud enough, come on, Lauren.
I will try. You could practice for it a couple of weeks. So, in the last year or so, I've been really enjoying talking with friends. So many more have been sort of spiritually curious in the pandemic, and with Dottie's encouragement, I secured a day to give a talk. I always kind of wanted to take that sort of role, but was more nervous. So I'm going to do it in a couple of weeks. So I'm really excited for that.
That's going to be Father's Day, by the way.
What?
That's going to be Father's Day.
Oh, I thought it was the 26th. 26th, sorry.
All right.
Ron, what did you want to, what's your goal? Something you've dreamed about?
Well,
Come on, let's hear it.
my recent goal is to remain healthy, and you all know why I say that.
Yes.
There's a lot of things that are going on around me that are really cool. I would like to get back into my music. I just moved into a new city, and not very many people in that city know me.
Okay.
But that's okay.
They will.
Because my mother always taught us that our talents make ways for us.
Good.
They will.
So I'm not shutting up by no means, because when you stand in a corner with talent, you never get noticed.
Exactly.
So I'm not standing in a corner. So
Good for you. Okay, John, what kind of dream do you have there?
I have a dream to make friends. I just moved up here a year ago from Southern California. So my goal is to dreams to make friends.
Well, every time you have somebody walk in and say, hey, my name's John, what's yours?
Yep.
Okay? Because the best way to make friends is to remember somebody's name.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sherry has a comment.
Yes?
Sherry says, do not wait till the time, geez, what did I do? Do not wait until the time will never be just right. Start where you stand and work with whatever tools you may have at your command, and better tools will be found as you go along. George Herbert.
Oh, good.
Oh,
Thank you.
okay, thank you, Sherry.
Okay, and your name is Janine?
Jeannie.
Jeannie. I'm just making it longer, I'm sorry.
That's okay. So, my dream is to help people become fulfilled.
Wonderful, yay. If there's anybody in here who's not fulfilled, talk to Jean. Okay. John?
I'm ending my financial services career and am beginning a career in past life readings and tying past life readings with wealth creation. What happened in your past life may impact your wealth in this life.
Wonderful, fantastic.
It's kind of a broad step, but it seems to be unfolding.
Okay. And next, you're Marissa?
So my dream is to be a music artist. I can figure in music.
I can't hear you. You've got to, if you're going to do anything where you're in public, you better speak louder. Let's hear you.
So my dream is do music, like become bigger in music. Like I'm a music artist, just trying to grow.
Ooh.
It's just I'm like a suicidal survivor. So I'm just like trying to get better just first.
Okay, and so you've got at least 14 people here supporting you, right?
Yeah.
Okay, go for it. Okay.
We ought to have you come sing.
Okay.
I just need we would have to practice and see how I could join or what would I say and stuff.
Wonderful.
Good. Okay, Tim.
Yeah.
What is yours?
Okay.
Currently to demonstrate that 40-hour-a-week position in which I look forward to Monday as much as I look forward to Friday.
Oh, wouldn't that be great? Okay, so you're putting the energy out there for it. Let's go with it.
Yeah.
Okay, Chris.
I see myself as an inspirational, motivational presenter, being on stage, and definitely talking about living with a body and living a spiritual life.
Perfect. Yeah, and how are you going to focus that?
Well, I talk about it every morning on Instagram. I put a post up, so I'm always in the conversation that way. What was the question?
How you're pursuing your dreams.
Yeah, I've got a lot of like little books that I wrote that just with my own art and.
Can you share them? Can you bring a couple and share them here?
Okay, yeah, for sure.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we all have things we're holding on to.
Yeah.
But if we don't put it out there, we can't grow.
Yeah.
Okay. Rebecca.
Well, right now I'm living my dream in the kitchen. I am a chef, and after 20 years to have my own company, last year I started, and now I'm focused in whatever I want. I love is to be in the kitchen preparing food.
Wow.
Wonderful.
That's
wonderful.
That's great.
Yay.
We have been recipients of that.
And Maria, do you have a dream? You don't have, you're just happy as can be right where you are. Wonderful, wonderful. Corky, do you have a dream?
Oh, yeah. The dream is to be happy and successful and to be in a long-term relationship. Oh, that's right, I'm doing that, aren't I? Anyway, for us to be happy and to be able to support ourselves.
Good.
And
Okay.
What we want to do with it, go where we want to go with it.
Gabrielle, do you have a dream of something you would like to achieve you haven't been?
No.
Okay, you're living your dream, right?
I am.
Okay, thank you. All right, well, how did that feel for everybody to put it out into the room? Yeah, yes.
Maru, did we hear from Maru?
Yes, she's happy as a clam right now.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear it.
Yeah.
We have something from Channel 8. Channel 8 says, thank you, Corky, and Dottie for your report. And remember, and reminders over the years. And Dottie for picking up where Glenn left off behind and helping me complete my ordination. Finally, yes, a dream that took me 16 years.
Now, for any of you who ever wanted to be a minister, I sponsor ministers. And when I sponsor you and I help you through a group of classes, and then you have a project and you can become a minister in our wonderful church, UCM, Universal Church of the Masters. So if anybody's thought, hey, that would be something I could do, it's amazing. Like Annie is doing a wedding next weekend. I'm doing church. Other people are using their ministry to help people. It's one of those things that it changes the energy in the room when you walk in and say, I'm Reverend.
Right.
Okay. Sometimes the swearing, drinking, and using stops when you enter the room too. You never know what it's going to do. Are you going to give us a closing prayer?
Sure. And then we'll pass, do you want somebody to pass basket first, or do we want to do that right after?
Yeah, well, we can have somebody pass the basket and, okay. Lonnie, you want to pass the basket while Annie comes up to do our closing prayer. And we have food back here that was donated by Trader Joe's. Please pick up some food on your way out.
Lonnie's got one basket, she's got two.
Yeah.
It's okay. We'll get it in there.
Thank you all so much for helping me with my sermon that I found out I was going to give this morning at 8:30.
Can you see me okay? Everything's okay? So, we were talking about, dreams and things, and, I know that somehow there's a place for each and every one of us. And we all are in that perfect place right here and right now to be building towards the new place that we're heading. Okay? We are filled with love. We are filled with joy. Let's take a moment and just close our eyes and take a nice deep breath in. Breathe in love and light, joy, and our dreams, prosperity, all the good things. Hold on to that and feel that loving feeling and feel it all expand all around you. And then let's just breathe out. And as we breathe out, let's let go of anything and everything that's got us feeling like we're stuck right now. We don't need to be stuck. We can let it go. If you choose to see it, there's an invisible basket that the Creator has placed right next to you. And you can take and choose that invisible basket and just throw all of your cares and worries in that basket and let it go. Dearest Mother, Father God, dearest Creator, we thank you for this day. We thank you for our lives. And we thank you for your presence in our lives. We thank you that for being a part of each and every one of us, for although we may not always be aware of it, you are our guiding energy. And every time we feel inspired, that's you, Creator. And every time we feel sad, that can be you as well, helping us to feel all the feelings so that we can release, let go, and go forward in our new energies. We give thanks for this opportunity for being together in person, and also for those that are present virtually. For we know that there is no amount of distance that keeps our souls and our spirits from touching one another. All we have to do is close our eyes breathe in the love, and know that we are all connected. We give thanks for this day and for this wonderful energy that we've all created today as we start to build and create our dreams, or continue to. We know that everything that we do is going towards accomplishment of wonderful, miraculous energies. We thank you for the oneness that we are. We thank you for our Mother Earth, for the flowers that are blooming, and we send out healing energies for all of those that are not feeling 100% right now. We have to know that everybody is in the process of healing, and the healing can be emotional, spiritual, physical, mental. We give thanks for that. Let's go out this week and let's meet every single person that we see, and let's try to put our eyes to their eyes and show them you, Creator, shining through those eyes. Show that love. And we give thanks in so many ways. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Blessed be, so it is, and amen.
Amen. Thank you so very much.
And we're going to say our basket blessing?
Yeah. Because, now, turn over your program.
I got the new one down.
And here we go.
Giving to the ministry from which I receive my spiritual support and nurturing is an affirmation and consciousness of the truth that spirit is the prospering power enriching every area of my life.
And so
it is.
Thank you so much. As I said, thank you all for helping me with my sermon. I found out at 8:30 that I was going to be talking, and so I thought, well, I'm going to talk about our dream and our purpose. And our wonderful Janet was at home saying, why don't we give a talk about purpose and dreams? Thank you so much. Ronnie, thank you for traveling all the way here. And each one of you for becoming a part of our wonderful organization and part of this congregation today. And so it is. Thank you. And don't forget, there's coffee in the back, there's food on the table, and there's conversation to be had.